So for the next piece, we're going to be starting to make the outer wings. And to do that, these are going to be flat, okay? So if you look at the ladybird or ladybug, these are worked back and forth rows, okay? And that is what we're going to do right now. So grab the yarn, whatever color you've chosen for the outer wings of your ladybug, and start with a slip knot on your hook. I love this mint green color. It's so cute. It's going to look so cute with the pink. All right, so now that you've got your slip knot on your hook, you need to start with a chain of 20. Okay, so yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3. There's your 20 chain. Okay, so we're going to do a half double crochet in the second chain from our hook. So yarn over, go in through the center of the V, yarn over from the back, pull forward. That's 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. Okay, so that's 1 half double crochet. Now we'll do that all the way to the end, so you'll have another 18 half double crochets. Okay, so make sure you're yarning over at the start to start your half double crochet. Yarn over, going in through the next V there, yarn over, pull forward the 3rd loop, yarn over, and pull through all those loops. Just do that all the way across, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay. So we've just reached the end of the first row. Now we're going to do chain 2, so 1 and 2, and turn our work. We're going to work back across doing half double crochets for the entire row. We're going to do the same thing for row 3 as well. So we'll do our chain 2 and turn, half double crochet across. So we're not increasing or decreasing, we're just keeping it the same amount of half double crochets all the way across, which is 19 stitches, and doing our chain 2 and turn when we hit the end, okay? So do that for the next 2 rows, and I will meet you back at row 4. So now that you've finished row 3, we're going to start row 4. We're chaining 2 and turning again. We're going to start with a half double crochet decrease, okay? So yarn over, go into the first one, yarn over, pull forward a loop. Now yarn over again, go into the next one and pull forward a loop. Okay, yarn over again and pull through all the loops on your hook. Okay, so there's your decrease. Now yarn over and go into the next one. We're just doing half double crochets all the way across. So you should have a total then of 18 stitches at the end of this row. So go ahead and do that now, and I will meet you at the end. So once you've finished row 4, now we need to chain 2 and turn again. And now we'll do a half double crochet across, so you're not increasing or decreasing, you're just maintaining those 18 stitches all the way across, and I will meet you at the end. Once you finish row 5, chain 2 and turn. And for row 6, we're going to do another half double crochet decrease, and then we'll finish off with half double crochets, okay? So yarn over, going into that first stitch, yarn over, pull forward a loop, yarn over again, go into the next stitch, yarn over from the back, pull forward a loop. You should have 5 on your hook now. Yarn over one more time and just pull through all those loops. That is your decrease for you. Now you can just half double crochet the remainder of the stitches until you get to the other side, and I will meet you at the end. reached the end of row 6. We'll start row 7. It's chain 2 and turn, and you guessed it, half double crochet all the way across. So we are not increasing or decreasing anything. We're just maintaining those 17 stitches that we have on our row currently. I'll meet you at the end of this row and we will start the next row. So we've just finished row 7. We're going to start on row 8. Go ahead and do a chain 2 and turn. And then you guessed it, we're going to start with the half double crochet decrease. So yarn over, go into that first one, yarn over, pull a loop, yarn over, go into the second one, yarn over, pull a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops, yarn over, and pull through all the loops on your hook. Half double crochet decrease. Now we'll go ahead and finish off this row with, again, half double crochets. So nice and easy. We're just decreasing on one side. We're giving the wings a little bit of shape. And that's all we're doing, you guys. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Here we go, making a wing. So you can see we've got the decreasing on this side. These were just going all the way to the end, so it's a straight line so far. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. And in the next round, this is going to be the first round where we're going to be doing half double crochet decreases on either side, and then just doing this half double crochets in the center as well. So first off, let's start by doing, we did our chain 2 and turn, okay? Now yarn over, go into the first one, yarn over, pull a loop, yarn over, go into the next one, yarn over and pull a loop. Now yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops on your hook. There's your decrease. Now just keep doing half double crochets until you get to the last 2, and we will then do another half double crochet decrease. Once we've reached those last 2 stitches, we'll do another half double decrease. So yarn over, go into that next one, yarn over, pull a loop, yarn over, go into that last one, yarn over, pull a loop, and yarn over, pull through all loops on your hook for the decrease, okay? Now chain 2 and turn your work. All right, and we'll start the next row. And we're doing the same thing with half double decreases on either end, and then just regular old half double crochets throughout the rest of the row. So we're just going to keep on doing that. So we're going now into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. Okay, so now we're going across the straight side here and just doing half double crochets in each one until we get to the last 2 stitches, and we will do another half double crochet decrease. Crochet. Now we're doing the decrease, so we're going into the first, yarn over again, go into the second one, yarn over, pull a loop, yarn over, and pull through all the loops on your hook. Okay, and chain 2 and turn again your work. Okay, we're on row 11, so we're doing our half double crochet decrease, and then 8 half double crochets across, and then another half double crochet decrease. So we're keeping doing the same pattern here. Okay, so let's start with our half double decrease, and then our regular half doubles. And then we're coming to the last 2, and we'll do another half double decrease. So going into the first one, pulling up a loop, yarn over, going in the second one, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through all loops on your hook. Chain 2 and turn again. Okay, now we're starting a row of 12, so it's going to be another half double decrease. So we're yarned over, pulling up a loop, yarn over, come on, pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through all loops on your hook. Okay, and then we're going to do our regular half double crochets across. So right here, we're doing that decrease again, but it's a half double decrease. Okay. Then we'll do our chain 2, turn. Okay, and then once again, half double crochet decrease on the edge. Now do some half doubles across. You only have 4 left, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another half double decrease, okay? So we're going to end it with that. And go through all the loops on your hook. Go slow so you don't have it splitting on you. Now for the final piece here, we're going to be going around the outside of the wing, okay? So if you're working on the first outer wing, you're basically going to be doing what we're doing now, okay? But for the second wing, after we finish this first one, I will give you some directions on the second wing because you do have to go around the other direction so that you can keep the braids on the opposite side, if that makes sense. So I will explain more when we get to that point. But let's go ahead and start this first one. Okay, so you're continuing to work around the outer edge. You're going to do 2 single crochets in the corner. So let's do 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2, and then do 19 single crochets up this first side. So you just find where you can get your hook in most easily. And then after that, you're going to do 2 single crochets right here in the corner to round the corner here. There we go. And then we'll continue along the side number 2 with 18 single crochets. So let's keep going down the side here. 1. Okay, now 2 single crochets in the corner as well. All right. And then we're on to the third side. So we're going to do another 19 single crochets along the side. Doesn't have to be perfect as we work up. You're just trying to make sure that you get enough so that it's not going to be bowing your work. And then on this final side here, so we're going to do 2 single crochets in the corner just as we've been doing, just to make sure we round that corner well. And then we're going to just go along one more time across side number 4, so putting 5 single crochets across this little edge here, okay? And that's going to finish off this round. So we'll do 5, so let's get the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then just do a slip stitch in the next to connect, like so. And then you would cut away, giving yourself a tail to stitch down one side of the wing. So that would be to finish your first wing, okay? Now the second wing, you make it up the same way. So your rows 1 through 13 are going to start the same. So the inner part of the wing is the same. The only part that's different is this outer edge, okay? Because you want the braids to match. So for example, if we do them both the same, as you see here, then when we go to place the wings on our ladybug, and we have them facing each other like we do here, then one of the braids would be upward and one of the braids would be downward, right? So if you're looking at the shape and you want to wrap it around the wing of the ladybug, this is now facing down, this is facing up, right? So you'll see on this ladybug here, we've got both the chained edge here facing upwards, and that's what you want, okay? That way they look like they mirror each other. So in order to do that, you need to do the single crochet edge going the opposite direction, okay? So let me take this out and I'm gonna do this one again and show you exactly what I'm saying here. So I've just frogged it back just so we can understand what's going on here on the second wing and make sure that everything is the direction that we want it to be in, okay? So in order to get the chain going in the other direction, we're going to chain one and turn our work, okay? So that's flipped our work around now. Now we're going to start, we're going basically backwards. So now we're going to do our 5 single crochets to start, just as we did at the end of the first wing. So there's 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do 2 in this last one here to round the corner. Okay, now along the second side, we're going to do our 19 single crochets around the second side. Okay, so we've done our 19. Now we're going to do 2 in the corner to round the wing here. Now we're going to do 18 along the third side. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, then we're doing another 2 to round this bend here, and then another 19 along the final side. Once you've reached that end, you'll do 2 single crochets in the corner again, and then you'll do a slip stitch to connect, and that's the wing right there. Okay, so now when you put them together and you have them facing each other, you'll notice that the braids are both facing up. So that's the difference, right? And that's why we did that, is so that way they would both mirror each other when they are laying on the ladybug's body. So now that we've done both of the outer wings, we can start to assemble our ladybug. And that's going to start with putting the spots on the wings. So sew in, if you have, keep one end that you're going to use to stitch the wing to the body. And then if you have the extra small end there, you can always weave that in on either side. So once you've got the wings done, the next thing you want to do is make the spots for the wings. So if you're making this just as your standard ladybug and making it as a circle, these are super easy, you guys, okay? This is literally 6 single crochets in a magic ring. This is one that has the second row that has the increases around the 6 single crochets. And then so you're just building up like you normally would on an Ami, but instead you're just making them different sizes of spots. So we're still going to do them together. I just wanted to let you know how easy these are to do. Actually looks like a Kodama's face, doesn't it? If anybody knows what a Kodama is. Anyway, so we're going to start with our magic ring, and I like to do the double, so I'm going under the first 2, up and over the last, pulling it forward, got my A. Now I've got to yarn over and pull through just to get that slip knot on your hook so you can get your fingers out of there. And then we're just going to do 6 single crochets into this magic ring, okay? So 1, 6. Okay, now gently pull that tail. If you see the one going in, grab that one that's going in and pull that first. That pulls the other loop in, and then you just pull tight on that tail. So there's your little magic ring here. Okay, now for the smallest spot, you need to make 2, and this is it. It's just that one, and then you would slip stitch. Okay, you would just slip stitch in the next, and then cut away your tail here, and then that's your smallest spot. Okay, so you do need to make 2 of those. All right, so make 2 of those, and then when you're done with that, you're going to do another magic ring like we just did with 6 single crochets. Okay, so let's pretend this is the medium spot now. So we've done 6 single crochets in a magic ring, and you need 2 medium spots, one for either side. Okay, so you'd place your stitch marker, and now for the medium spot, we're just going to go into each one on the second round here. We're just going to go into each one and do an increase. Okay, so we're increasing all the way around. That's 2 single crochets into each of the stitches all the way around. All right, so by the end of this round, you're going to end up having 12 stitches, right? Because you start with 6. You times that by 2 because you're putting 2 in each one, and that's how you get your 12. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, one more. Okay, then you'd pull this thread out. All right, and then this one would be the medium spot, so you would slip stitch in the next, just like that. Pull it away, cut it off, and then go through your loop and pull, right? So you're just finishing it off. So you just pull this through and then pull it tight, right? And that's how you would cut that away. So you'd leave your tail for sewing it to your ladybug. So that's the medium spot. So you need to make 2 of those, okay? So just 2 rounds, that's it on that one. Now for the large spot, I'm just going to pull out that slip stitch. Okay, this is just so basic. I feel like you guys can get this so easily. We're basically just adding a row, okay? So nice and easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So for the large spot, you start again, 6 single crochets in a magic ring, increases all the way around on the next round. Now round 3, you're just building it up again, right? So single crochet in the next, and then increase in the next. And this is just gradually building the size of your circle. And that's all you're doing all the way around. Okay, so you're going to end up with 18 stitches at the end of the round, nice and easy. Just like you would normally do if you were building up a head on an amigurumi or anything like that, you know, an arm, a leg. Most of them start off this way. So that's why I feel like this is so basic, you guys. It's just nice and easy little spots, right? So this is going to be your option 1 for your spots. The second option that you're going to have is to make them into hearts. Now, if you want this for Valentine's Day and you want to just really make it really Valentine's Day'd up, you could make the spots little hearts instead of circles, right? So let's go ahead, and this one I'm going to fasten off. Okay, so I slip stitched in the next, and now I'm going to cut it away. And we're going to you make 2 of those, okay? So make 2 big ones, 2 medium ones, 2 small ones, right? That's how you do the spots for this little guy right here. So see that? That's it. So if you're making them circles, you're done. If you want to make hearts, I'm going to show you a technique where you can make a heart, okay? So I'll show you what they look like. And I got 3 sizes here. I did not tie off any ends or anything. But these are the little hearts, okay? So there's the large one right here. We've got our medium, and then we just got the little tiny one right here, okay? So if you want hearts, we're going to do that next, and we're going to do all 3 together, okay? So if you don't want to do hearts, then you can go ahead and skip to the next section where we'll be assembling everything together. I will have timestamps so you guys can jump ahead if that is what you want to do. Otherwise, let's do the hearts, okay? For the littlest one, we're going to start with our double magic ring here. Okay, so I'm just working on the double magic ring as usual. So I'm going to put 5 single crochets into our magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so just as you do normally. Start to pull one in, that one's going in, let's grab it, pull that tight. Now grab your tail, pull that tight, okay? Perfect. All right, so let's place our little stitch marker here. All right, so next up, all right, so single crochet in the next. Now we're going to do an increase, but we're going to do 3 single crochets into this next stitch here, okay? So 3 of them, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now into the next, we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, there we go. Now into the next one, we're going to do another 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Into this next one, we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to chain 2, slip stitch in the second chain from our hook. All right. Okay, so you've done your little picot here. Now we're going to take out our, we took out our stitch marker, and we're going to go ahead and do a single crochet in the next. So we're going past that end. Okay, so single crochet in the next, and then slip stitch in the next to connect everything together. And that gives you your little heart, okay? So it's not a big heart, it's just a little heart. And as you sew it down, you can really make the heart shape come out even further. So that's that one. So let's do our medium heart. Medium heart, we're going to make our double magic ring again. Okay, making my little A, pull my fingers out, grab both sides of my loop. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with 6 single crochets in the magic ring, okay? So 6 single crochets, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, there's 6 of them. Now start pulling your tail, grab the one that starts to go in, pull that first, grab your tail, pull that tight, okay? Place your stitch marker. All right, now we're going to start again, single crochet in the next, 3 half double crochets in the next. So we're increasing here, but we're doing 3 half double crochets in this one. So after you've done your 3 half double crochets, you're going to slip stitch in this next one. All right, so you've made that first part of your heart. Now do another 3 half double crochets in the next. Okay, so yarning over, going in, yarn over, pull forward a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, do that one more time. So we've got 3 on that one. All right, next do a single crochet in the next. Okay, now you're going to do single crochet in this last one, chain 2, slip stitch in the second chain from your hook like so to create your picot, and then single crochet in that same stitch. Okay, take out your stitch marker and then slip stitch to connect. Okay, so that gives you your medium size heart. Give yourself a tail, cut it away, and pull it through that loop. Okay, so there's your, that's your medium one. So you've got your small and your medium now. We're going to finish off and do the large heart. Okay, again, we're starting with our magic ring as we've done for every single one of these little circle guys or hearts. All right, we're going to do 6 single crochets again into that magic ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, gently pull the tail, grab the one that's going in and pull that one first. Now grab the end tail there and pull that one. All right, so I'll place my stitch marker here. All right, so we're starting off as we did with the other circles. We're going to start with the increase around. Okay, so we'll do an increase in each of these 6 stitches. So we'll end up with 12 stitches then at the end of this round, and then we'll start building our heart. So this one is 3 rounds. We're just going all the way with increasing. Now we've hit our end here, so let's pull out our stitch marker and replace it on our current loop there. All right, so now let's build up our heart. We're starting with a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the next, pull forward your loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. There's your half double. Next, we're going to do 3 double crochets into this next one. So we're increasing, but we're adding 3 double crochets. Okay, so yarn over, going in, yarn over, pull a loop forward, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, again, yarn over, going in, yarn over, pull forward a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that's 3 double crochets in that stitch. Once you've finished with that, we'll do a half double crochet in the next. So we yarned over, pulling forward our 3rd loop there, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. There's your half double. Next, we're going to do a slip stitch in the next. Okay, really make that nice and prominent. Now we're going to build up the second side, so half double crochet. So we yarned over, we got our 3rd loop on, and we're pulling through all 3 loops. And we're going to do another 3 double crochets into this next one. So we're just repeating, going the other direction, right? So pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, going in, yarn over, pull a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, going in, yarn over, pull a loop forward, that's 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so then we will yarn over, going in, pull forward 1 more loop, yarn over, and pull through all the loops on your hook. There's your half double. Okay, next we're going to do 3 single crochets here. We're just going down to the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we'll do a chain 2, slip stitch in the second chain from our hook here. Okay, and then we're going to single crochet into this next one, and then we'll single crochet into the last. Okay, and then you can take your stitch marker out and go ahead and do a slip stitch to finish off, and that's your big heart. Okay, all right, so see that? So there's the big one we just did, and then we've got our medium, and we've got our little guy. Okay, so there's our 3 hearts. So when you're adding them to the wing, once you add them to the wing, you can have the hearts going different ways, or you can have them all being uniform, like so, which whatever you want to do, whatever is your favorite. You can also make them in the darker color, so I have options, all options for you. There's the darker, or you can mix and match if you want. You can do some of the pink, dark pink, some of the light pink, or if you're doing the black, just do your black ones, right? So whatever you think looks better, it's up to you, or your last option is to do your circle ones, right? Just to have the circles and just do them as usual for a ladybug. So get all your spots made. You're going to need 2 of the large, 2 medium, and 2 small, whether you're doing them in circles or hearts. Get those all finished, and then I will meet you back and we will do our next step here. Okay, I'll see you in a moment. All right, so as I'm working around this heart, if you're doing the spot, I would go through both of the V stitch, the full stitch, okay? So you would just whip stitch the whole thing down to the outer shell here of the ladybug, and only through the top stitches so that you do not see them underneath the wing. Now, if you're doing the heart, I think what a nice thing to do would be to basically just go whip stitching through the back loop only. You see what I'm doing here? What that does is it pops the heart up a little bit, and it also creates a nice heart-shaped ridge around, just so that you don't get your hearts sort of lost, intermelded with the wing itself, if that makes sense. So it really just highlights that ridge of a heart shape that we were making and designing. So that's what I'm doing here. So you'll notice I'm just going in through the center of the V, right, and then going on the top stitch only so that you don't see my needle underneath. Then I just pull that, and Then I'll go to the next one. So I'm just going in through the center of the V. You see that right in there? So the back loop there. Then just picking up just the one stitch there on the top that's facing me and leaving any, I'm not going all the way through because you don't want to see these stitches. In case you decide you want to put the wings up, you can do that. You don't have to worry about seeing all those jumps, right? So we're just going through those top stitches all the way around until you have it all pegged down here onto the shell. And we'll do the next heart as well. Now I was thinking for the heart ones anyways, I think it would be kind of fun, and this is just totally optional, but if you did want to make some hearts in different colors, you could do, you know, light pink, light pink, or something like that if you wanted, or maybe even all light pink except for one on one side, you know, that would give it a nice little highlight. So those are just a couple of ideas. And other than that, or you could just make them all the same color, you know. But if you're doing the spots, again, I would recommend that you just whip stitch the whole thing because you don't really need to have it highlighted in the same way as you're doing here. I've just caught into the beginning again. And I do like the fact that by leaving that front stitch, not only do you get the nice shape, you know, you get the outline of the heart, but you're also popped the stitches up a little bit differently than it would be if it was completely tethered down. So you'll see with the circles, they're tethered down, so they're flattened more to your work. These ones pop out a little bit more, so it's a little more three-dimensional. So that just gives you an idea of what the difference would be if you leave that that front stitch there. That's what it would look like, okay? Versus being completely whip stitched down. Now that we've gotten all the way around, we're just going to pick up one of the pink stitches here and tie off our thread, put it back, and go in between the heart and the shell, coming out somewhere on the heart, and then just pull until the knot goes onto the inside of your work. Okay, and then you can cut this away. So that spot is done. Now, when you're doing these, okay, kind of a good thing to do is to lay it out for yourself, so that you know and you can recognize which wing goes on which side, all right? So this just kind of helps you visualize what we're looking at here, okay? So this is what we're doing. So this is the ridge, right, that was flat, and then we started the decreasing here, and that's why you show the little booty a little bit in the back here. And then on this side, it's kind of at a nice little flush angle. That's how we wanted it to be on either side, all right? So knowing that, you want to make sure that you're mirroring whatever you're doing here on this side, because ladybugs are, it's like a Rorschach, right? Sort of a mirror image. Looking at it head on, it's all matching on the top there. I think that's really cute. All right, and up next on part 4, we will be sewing these wings down to the body. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you're let know when the next part of our Ladybug Crochet Along comes out. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.